I'm overwhelmed, guys. I'm overwhelmed. If anyone has any like words of wisdom that they would like to share for me in the comment box on just if you are in the same position as me, like working and completing studies or studying, like how are you doing it? You know, how are you managing the two? How are you even managing to still live your life? Like, are we living our 20s or our 20s eating us? Are we eating our 20s or our 20s eating us? Because right now, I've just been feeling like my 20s are eating me, guys. Like, I'm not coping. I'm not coping. And in the midst of just wanting to be able to finish school and the likes, I'm also here just like, I think I want to have a social. Not that I think. One thing about me, I love having a social life. You guys know that. You guys know that I love having a social life. And now it's like I'm realizing, my sister, you need to take a step back. Yes, take a step back because now is not your time to be socializing. You'll socialize the next year once you're done with this degree. I'll socialize next year. And also part of me is like, I also want to jola, guys. Like, I want to do all these things, but I can't. I really cannot be doing them because life allow it. Like my life is just genuinely not allowing me right now. And since I started staying alone, I've just been going down. I've been going down, man. And I also think that staying alone has just kind of made me like, I don't know if I should attribute this to therapy or to me being in my own space and being alone and being able to just be within my thoughts, that I'm able to identify what is the issue. Why am I feeling sad? Because, or not even sad, just muffman. Like sometimes you're just feeling and you're just trying to be like, why am I feeling this way? Like, what is it that is making me feel funny right now, you know? Now, even when I'm emotional about something, because one thing about me, I'm a very emotional person, right? And most of the time, because my default setting is crying, I'll just try and not even try, I'll cry about something without actually trying to identify what is the reason that I am feeling the way I'm feeling. I just want to cry about it, you know? But now I'm able to be like, oh, I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling triggered by X, Y, and Z, and that is why I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling triggered by X, Y, and Z, and that is why I'm feeling angry. I'm able to identify that and I'm able to communicate it to the people around me. Right? So that's something I don't know if I should attribute that to therapy or if I should attribute that to just me being in my space and being able to see Guti, why am I feeling off today? Because yeah, that is one thing that I can say has, or that I can say living alone has kind of like given me, and that's, I appreciate that because I'm bad kekaluk. I'm a crier for everything. Sharp. But anyway, now I'm deviating from the topic at hand as to why ke feel some type of way about living alone and being overwhelmed by school. Let me come back. Anyway, guys, like, I don't know, man. Other people are always like, oh, can't wait to stay alone. I guess as people, we are different and we want different things out of this life thing, you know. Someone else, for them, staying alone could be the best thing that has ever happened to them, and they would be so happy to actually have it and just be in their own space. For me, on the other hand, I'm not saying I'm not happy, I'm not saying I'm not grateful. I'm very grateful to be able to do this for myself, but I don't think it's for me. I don't think this is the life God had planned for me, or maybe God put me here because there are some things that I need to learn, like being alone, you know. Maybe now is my time to actually learn that, keep saying that attribute, you know what, it's okay to be alone. But with regards to school, guys, I'll just say, let me just update you guys with work-life balance that I'm not coping. And while I'm here, make a new video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and share my videos with your friends, okay? I just wanted to rant on this video to just tell you guys that I just feel like I'm not coping, and I'm going to really try my best to just get through it without going into depression. right? And just trying to be present and actually embracing this time and this season that I'm in right now. I'm going to try my best. I'm really, really trying. Because I've realized that actually most half of the year, before the second half of the year, because I started working office second half of the year. First half of the year, I was working remote, so I was able to go home every little chance I got. I'd pack my bag. I wouldn't even have to like pack hard because I literally have a suitcase standing there waiting for me to leave. And now I don't know when will be the next time I get to pack that bag again. That's what irks me. But next video. So as we're continuing from previous video, guys, I want to call this couch conversations on the couch. Welcome to the second episode where I'm going to be talking about remote work, like working from home versus office, going to the office every day. So this is my second month. Yes, my second month hasn't even finished yet, but I feel like I want to unpack already. So I've been working at this office where I'm working for like almost 2 months now. Sharp. It hasn't even been long. I worked remote for the first 6 months of the year. Yeah, from December. From December to May. So that's about 6 months. I was working a remote job, right? And it was fun. It was all fun and games until after month number 3. After month number 3, because not only was I working remote, all my classes were also online for school. So you can imagine that Monday to Friday, all I do is wake up, I go shower, I make food, I sit by my desk. When I have to study, I study. When I need to attend to work stuff, I attend to work stuff right there and then. I don't have to go anyway. And when I go do my groceries, I go and I buy everything that I need and I come home. I'll probably leave the house on a Friday. And by leaving the house on a Friday, I'm probably going out. You know, I'm going out. I'm just going to socialize and be with other people. So for me, I enjoyed remote work in the beginning in the sense that like it came with that, being able to just do what I want to do whenever I wanted to do it. But staying at home for too long is not healthy, guys. Also, staying alone, it's also not healthy. If you're working from home, it contributes to your madness. Okay, for me, it just contributed to my madness because I was just like, why am I alone for so long? When do I catch a breather? When do I have people? But it's like, but Makumo, you chose to stay alone. Number one. That's why you don't have anybody to talk to. You don't have nobody to at least be off your phone and say, have a conversation with someone. Because you chose to live alone. So cool. Then the remote work was very nice in the sense that yes, I could do like run my errands during the week, you know, and just do what I needed to do whenever I wanted to do it. But I think the dangers with remote work was that as much as I'm saying that, yeah, I could run my errands during the week when I was not having like a busy day, it would now mean that whatever work that I didn't finish because I left before my lunchtime and maybe I came back an hour after my lunchtime, I got back home, I'd have to catch up on that work during my time. My time being after work hours, I have to catch up on that work, or I have to make sure that that work is done. And that's where I think the danger lies with remote work, is that you end up working when you're not supposed to be working. Like your time for your life and for you to just do things that you like to do out of work gets taken away by you, not by the work, by you. Because you try and convince yourself that, hey, if I go to the mall for like an hour, come back, I can finish maybe at like 5 o'clock if I was supposed to finish at 4. But you end up coming back from the mall at that 5 o'clock and all your work for that day is there still waiting for you, which needs to be done, which means you're gonna work in the evening so that tomorrow morning this work is done. You see? So for me, that was my downfall with remote work, that like I'd always end up taking my work and doing it in my personal time. And even if I didn't go to the mall on the day, or I didn't run my errands in that work day, whatever I didn't finish on the day, I'd always let it carry on through into my evening, and I'd end up spending my time doing work stuff of which I'm not supposed to be doing. But I didn't know how to draw the line. That was my, I think I should say, my red flag. I don't think it's I can attribute it to being a working remote work kind of like issue, but more than anything, it was my thing. Sorry, whoa. More than anything, it was my fault that I couldn't draw the line for myself to be like, hey, now is not the time to be doing work, you know. And also that was another thing also, where I kind of saw that like I was slacking with my schoolwork, because my schoolwork time, which is my evenings, I was using it to do work, you know. So that was my danger with remote work. Yeah, those were my goods and my bads with remote work. And then I started working now, having to go to the office every day, of which I was very excited for. I'm still really excited about it. I'm enjoying it so much, besides the fact that the traveling, you know, because where I live and where I'm employed, it's quite a distance. But I'm like, you know what, I don't mind, because I've been yearning for this. I've been looking forward for it, and finally the opportunity came, and I got the job where I'm not actually working from home. It's like, yes, God, I wanna win now. Start, let's go. We went, you know. We went, I worked, I went, and obviously I had to travel, and my first week was kind of a mess, because I was still trying to figure out like my traveling arrangements to get to work. Trying to figure out my travel arrangements to get to work and the likes. And at first it was a really big mess, because number one, I used the Gautrain, and it turned out that as convenient as the Gautrain is for everyone else, for me, and where I need to be, or where I need to get, it was not convenient. It was not convenient. It was very expensive also. Like, it was really expensive. I'm not gonna lie. So if you're starting to work and you need a mode of transport, you might want to compare between Gautrain and actually taking a taxi. Which one is more affordable? And besides affordability, convenience, which one is the most convenient? I thought Gautrain would be the most convenient, because we all know that Gautrain has scheduled times. At this time it leaves, this time it comes, so you always know that when you come at this time it will be there. Only to find out that my mode of transport that is most convenient for me is taking a taxi. I had never taken a taxi before, and I had to figure it out. I got lost a couple of times, to a point where I was just like, I just wanted to cry and I just wanted to go home, but I had to go to work. Oh, guys, that week, I was like, God, I'm sure these couple of months you are building character. I literally told myself, as I'm like, character building, sweetie. In my crying, in the midst of my tears, I was like, character building, because you needed, at some point in your life, you needed to learn, you know. I've never had to take a taxi, because there's always been the convenience of a car at home, but I don't have a car. My mom is not here, so what now, girl? You must go fend. You must go do your thing, find stuff, and sort things out for yourself. So eventually I got the hang of taking a taxi. Shout out to Dim Poshem. She's such a sweetheart. She really helped me through this whole ordeal, you know. And eventually I got the hang of it, of taking a taxi. And I realized that, and after taking a taxi a couple of times, that's when I realized that taking a taxi is the most convenient for me and where I am staying, and also cheaper than actually taking the Gautrain, you know. Sharp, because literally it drops me off sometimes right by my street. Right by my street. And when it leaves me at work, it leaves me right by the gate at work. And when I was taking the Gautrain would leave me like street up from my workplace, so I'd have to walk down to get there, you know. And even from home to get to the Gautrain bus stop, I'd have to walk up the street to get to the Gautrain thingy bus. Sharp. Cool. Besides the commuting, which was like the most difficult thing for me to adjust to, I think working at the office is amazing, guys. Like, the people I work with are so great, and the energy is just good. And because I've prayed and actually wanted to be in this position, as much as I've kind of been struggling to like be present in it and actually enjoy it for what it is, I'm loving it. I'm not complaining that I have to wake up every morning early. I mean, more than anything, I'm so used to it now, and I'm so glad that I'm actually waking up. It feels like my day has more hours, you know, and like just being able to just interact with people on a daily, you know, because I come back to this house and it's just me. I leave and it's just me. At least when I go to the office, I'm with other people. I get to speak to other people, you know, and do my work and do what I need to do and get it done, and come back to my empty apartment. Okay, it's not empty, like it's got furniture. I come back to my furniture, can do me this, hi honey, I'm home. Practicing. But like, I don't think there is obviously a vast difference between remote work and actually going to the office. Besides, yes, you spare traveling time, but like it bites you in the ass with remote work because you always try and work, like do extra work, or oh, let me finish this, continue eating into your personal time. So I like the fact that when I'm done with work, work stays at work. I come home to be at home and do my schoolwork because I've got my schoolwork to do, or I'm just being at home and watching Netflix, you know. And what other struggles were there besides commute with? Oh, another thing that I was challenging, that has still is a bit challenging for me, is that, guys, I'm a very emotional person, and I think actually this is a good time for me to kind of learn to just separate my emotions or keep my emotions out of stuff. Like, you can't have a breakdown mid work, even if you wanted to cry because Shebaha, dear boy, dear clock, you can't. You better keep it together until you get home. Like today, today was the most difficult day for me because I was literally, guys, and also it's like, you know, when it's the time of the month and you just in your feels, my flow was also so heavy and like it was getting so messy. But before it got messy, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put on a tampon and I'm gonna put on a pad because I'm just so scared that, like, what if I stand up from my chair and my pants have a stain? I'm going to lose my mind. So anyway, I end up just going on this emotional roller coaster while I'm sitting there by my desk alone, and I'm just trying hard not to cry because I'm just like, oh my God, like, why am I feeling like I don't know what I'm doing? I don't know what's happening. And I'm just realized that, you know what, it's a transition, man. Like, it's change, but change is what, it's inevitable. Like the transitioning from being used to being at home and just doing things at home, as much as I wanted to have office work, I didn't know. I knew that it was going to come with change, but I didn't know how I was going to react to it. And I think today was me realizing that, hey, it has happened and it's happening. Are you aware? And my man just went, why is it happening? I was not laughing, I was crying. But it has happened, and here I am now to just say to you guys that, you know what, I think it just depends on you as a person, the difference between remote and actually office work. And if you have the option to, like, maybe a few days remote, a few days at office, 3 office, 2 remote, that is really amazing. Take it, guys. Like, oh, do it. Like, rather do it like that so that you can just catch a breather sometimes, you know. But for me, I think I'm okay with going to the office. I'm okay with leaving my house every now and then to just be away for a couple of hours and come back and just be at home. What else do I want to add on this topic? I'll be back. Don't forget to, like, actually, let me not say I'll be back, guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe and share my videos with your friends. Okay? We're trying to be getting to 500 subscribers. Thank you. And I think this is it from me for this video. Hey, like, I just wanted to just let both these videos that I just made, I just wanted to just get this off my chest because, yo, it was heavy. Like, I don't know if you've ever felt like something is like sitting here, you know, and I couldn't let it out where I was, so I needed to come and just sit here and be like, you know what, I so even told myself, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to make a video about this because my platform is my space for me to just vent. And I always tell you guys, I just needed to vent. I just needed to vent about this and just talk about it, that, you know, the young Kalela, like, they're crying for me. Thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.